Imagine a silent night sky full of stars. When you look up, there's deep silence, yet somehow it seems to speak to you, making you wonder about big mysteries. In Indian spirituality, this mystery of silence and speech is beautifully captured by Shiva and Shakti, two divine principles that work together in harmony. Let's explore carefully how Shakti's supreme speech, Para-vaak, reveals Shiva's silence, Mauna, and discover whether silence itself can communicate deeper truths. Who are Shiva and Shakti? In simple terms, Shiva is like the silent sky, calm, peaceful, and quiet. He represents pure consciousness, a state of absolute stillness called Mauna. Shakti, on the other hand, is like the dynamic breeze, always moving, energetic, and full of life. She represents the power of creation, energy, and movement. Shiva and Shakti are always together. Without Shakti, Shiva remains silent and unexpressed. Without Shiva, Shakti has no grounding or calmness. Together, they form the perfect balance, creating everything we experience. What is Para-vaak, supreme speech? Para-vaak means supreme or highest speech. But this isn't ordinary speech like talking or chatting. It is a special, divine speech that exists beyond normal language. It is the original creative power of the universe, like the first word or sound that brought everything into existence. Think about a musician before playing music. There is silence, and then suddenly, sound emerges beautifully. Similarly, Paravaak is the very first sound or idea that arises from the silence of Shiva. It is the energy of Shakti expressing Shiva's silent presence. What is Shiva's silence? Mauna? Shiva's silence, called Mauna, isn't ordinary silence like being quiet during class or while reading. It is a deep silence that is full of awareness and presence. Imagine sitting quietly in a peaceful forest, feeling completely calm and aware of everything around you. In this state, you're not distracted or restless. You're fully present and connected. This is what Shiva's silence feels like, a state of complete peace and clarity. In Indian philosophy, Shiva's silence symbolizes pure consciousness that has no form, no beginning, and no end. It's infinite and beyond words. It's like the clear sky, vast and endless, yet peaceful and quiet. How Shakti's Paravaak reveals Shiva's silence? Imagine again the night sky. It's silent, vast, and seemingly empty. Then suddenly, you hear birds start to sing softly at dawn. The birds singing makes you notice the silent beauty of the night even more. Similarly, Shakti's Paravaak reveals Shiva's silence. Paravaak emerges from Shiva's silent state as the first expression, the first movement of creation. When this happens, Shiva's silence becomes clear and understandable. Without Shakti's speech, Shiva's silence would remain unknown, hidden, and mysterious. Like a beautiful painting hidden in darkness, Shiva's silence needs Shakti's light, her speech, to become visible and understood. Can silence communicate deeper truths? Silence can speak deeply, often more clearly than words. Have you ever seen someone smile quietly, without saying anything, yet you knew exactly how they felt? Or felt comforted by someone simply being present without talking? Silence has the power to communicate truths and feelings that words sometimes cannot express. Shiva's Mauna communicates deep truths because it represents the ultimate reality beyond words and thoughts. It communicates peace, clarity, and a sense of completeness. Silence is powerful because it allows space for true understanding and wisdom to arise. When we are silent, we listen more carefully. We become aware of subtle feelings, thoughts, and truths. Similarly, Shiva's silence allows the universe to be clearly understood. It communicates that behind all the noise and activity, there are calm, stable, and eternal reality. Let's understand better with a story. Once, there was a wise old teacher who rarely spoke. People traveled far to meet him, hoping for wisdom. One day, A young boy visited him and asked, "Why do you stay silent most of the time?" The teacher gently smiled and remained quiet. The boy waited patiently and suddenly understood. The silence itself taught him patience, clarity, and peace. The boy realized the deepest truths were felt, not said. This story shows how silence communicates deeply, beyond words. The relationship between Shiva and Shakti. Shiva and Shakti teach us that silence and speech depend on each other. Imagine music again. Without silence, you can't appreciate the music clearly. And without music, you might never fully notice or value silence. They exist together, enhancing each other's beauty and meaning. Shakti's speech brings out the beauty hidden in Shiva's silence. Through Shakti's creative energy and sound, Shiva's peaceful presence becomes visible. Similarly, Shiva's silence gives depth and power to Shakti's speech. Without silence, words become noise without meaning. Silence makes words powerful and meaningful. Practical lessons from Shiva and Shakti. Appreciating silence. Spending quiet time each day helps us feel calm, peaceful, and clear minded. Like Shiva, silence allows us to connect deeply with ourselves. Using speech thoughtfully. Like Shakti's supreme speech, our words should be thoughtful, meaningful, and kind. Our speech can create beauty and understanding in the world. Philosophically, Shiva's silence represents the ultimate truth of reality, unchanging, infinite, and eternal. Shakti's speech symbolizes the universe's constant change and creativity. Together, they show us that the deepest truth combines silence and dynamic expression. Shakti's supreme speech, Para-vaak, and Shiva's silence, Mauna, teach us profound lessons. Silence can indeed communicate deeper truths. It helps us find inner peace and wisdom. Speech helps us express, share, and create beauty. Both silence and speech are essential and deeply connected. Next time you sit quietly, remember Shiva's peaceful silence. When you speak, remember Shakti's meaningful speech. Together, they guide us toward understanding the mysteries of life and existence. Just like the silent night sky and the gentle singing birds at dawn, silence and speech exist beautifully, revealing deeper truths about ourselves and the universe. Om Namah Shivaya Om.